Yo, pre-calculus, what's cracking? This is Tearing It Up, aka Mr. Tearing, rocking with you again here. And this time we're going to take a look at solving some of the more difficult radical equations, specifically radical equations that have a radical on both sides. This is going to be quite a lengthy process. You can kind of see all the steps right here, but we're going to go ahead and solve this on our own. Can always look back, but here we go. I'm just going to zoom this down a little bit so we get lots of room here to write. So here we go. The equation is x plus 1 square rooted equals 1 plus square root 2x minus 12. Okay, so remember ISIS, not the terrorist group, stands for isolate square, isolate square. So the first thing I do when I look at this is I'm thinking to myself, I already have one of my radicals isolated right here. So I'm just going to start off by squaring both sides. Okay, so here we go. Square this side, square that side. The square and the square root will cancel, and so I'm left with just x plus 1 over here. This part's the tricky part. So let's do this a little bit more slowly here. So I have 1 plus 1 plus the square root of 2x minus 12 square root, times 1 plus the square root of 2x minus 12. So you can see already this is getting pretty hairy. We're still going to do it the same way we normally would do. So I'm going to multiply. So 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times square root 2x minus 12 is just simply square root 2x minus 12. Square root 2x minus 12 times 1 is just another square root 2x minus 12. And then square root 2x minus 12 times square root 2x minus 12 is just simply 2x minus 12. And so you notice here we got all sorts of different terms here. It's pretty gross, I'm not going to lie. But I'm going to combine like terms anyways, because that's what we do. When things get challenging, we just do it anyway. So I can combine those. I can also combine my negative 12 and my positive 1. So I'm going to do that first. So positive 1 and negative 12 is negative 11. And then we have plus 2 square root 2x minus 12. And how I'm getting that 2 is because I have one of them here and one of them here. And square root 2x minus 12 plus another square root 2x minus 12 is 2 square root 2x minus 12. And then we have this plus 2x on the end. Meanwhile, this is all still equal to x plus 1. So at this point in time, we've already isolated one of the square roots, and we've squared both sides. And now we just need to isolate my other square root, which would be this one. So I need to get everything else on the other side of the equation. So I'm simply going to subtract 2x here, and I'm going to add 11 here. And so now I have negative x plus 12 equals, those are going to cancel, equals 2x minus 12, square root 2x minus 12. Now at this point, there's a couple different ways we can do this. You could, if you wanted to, you could divide both sides by 2. We're not going to do that because then you get into fractions and then you're squaring fractions, and I already know y'all don't like fractions. So we're just going to square both sides at this point. It's okay that this is technically still considered isolated. All right, so let's keep rolling on here. So I'm going to square both sides. Okay, and so I'm not going to show the actual multiplication here because I've already done it a couple times, but we should know that negative x plus 12 squared should be x squared minus 24x plus 144. Again, if you're having a hard time doing that, all that is just negative x plus 12 times negative x plus 12. And so when I square this side, remember your exponent properties, you need to distribute that exponent. So 2 squared is 4, and these will cancel, so I'm left with just 2x minus 12 in parentheses. Now that we're done with all the radical stuff, you know, there's almost an end in sight. Now we just need to simplify everything. So the first thing I'm going to do is just distribute here. I have x squared minus 24x plus 144 equals 8x minus 48. I'm going to move everything to one side. And I know what you're thinking now. Now we're having fun. I agree. So now we have x squared minus 32x plus 192 equals 0. Are we done here? Not yet. Let's keep rolling. I know that this is a quadratic, so I can factor it. So let's do that. Factors of 192, that add or subtract to negative 32. That's going to be a tough one. I just know already, because I've done this example several times, that that's going to be x minus 8 and x minus 24 equals 0. We're going to use zero product property here. So x minus 8 equals 0, x minus 24 equals 0. So x equals 8, x equals 24 are my two answers. Am I done here? Nope. Got to go ahead and check for extraneous solutions. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to slide this over here. And now we're going to keep working here. So I'm just going to plug these in here. So we have 8. So it was square root. Oops, sorry, here. Let's go right here. So it was square root. So I'm just going to plug in 8 plus 1. I'm plugging into the original. Way up there at the top. And instead of going all the way back up, we'll just kind of write that on the side here really quick here. Remember, the original was square root x plus 1 is equal to 1 plus square root 2x minus 12. So that's what I'm plugging into. So we're going to plug in that 8 there. So 8 plus 1, and then we got 1 plus square root 2 times 8 minus 12. So that's going to be this, 8 plus 1 is 9, square root is 3. 2 times 8 is 16, minus 12 is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. So I know that solution checks out. Let's check the 24 here. So I have square root 24 plus 1 equals 1 plus square root 2 times 24 minus 12. 24 plus 1 is 25. The square root of 25 is 5. 2 times 24 is 48. Minus 12 is 36. Square root of 36 is 6. So is 5 equal to 7? No, it is not. So that would be an extraneous solution, and that's what I had mentioned earlier. That's all there is to this example. I know this was a long one, but keep your heads up, keep doing well, and we'll catch you next time.